What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of the Sagitterrorist Speaks. I am your host, Bitchy Nikki, and welcome back to Messy Monday. And as you guys know, on Messy Monday, we come together, we talk about crazy internet drama and everything that's been happening within the last week or so. So, we're going to start this episode by diving into the former CEO of WWE, Vince McMahon. I planned on talking about Vince McMahon eventually because he a piece of shit, and I never fucked with Vince McMahon, but they calling this nigga V Diddy, so I had to bring him like. We gotta put it on the floor. They calling this nigga V Diddy, and that's not funny. That's actually fucking terrifying. But yeah, let's get into it. So this is coming from an NBC article. Former WWE CEO Vince McMahon is under federal criminal investigation as prosecutors try to determine if federal law was broken in conduct surrounding recent allegations of sex trafficking that have been made in public lawsuits. McMahon has also discussed being under federal investigation and having a phone seized by federal officials, a senior level WWE executive, and another person told NBC. Even though McMahon denied the accusations in last week's suit, he resigned one day later as executive chairman of the board of TKO Group, WWE's parent company. He also stepped down from the TKO board of directors and no longer has a role in WWE. So, yay! Good riddance, you old freaky racist fuck. I'm honestly surprised it took they ass this long to get Vince, but it took their ass 20 years to get R. Kelly too. So I don't know. I guess men with power that have money. Well, R. Kelly was the jail. He broke. Well, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe motherfuckers be right, and like the people that are in higher power, everybody is just like freaky ass pedophile sexual niggas, and so they just push everything under the rug until they fucking can't. Because ever since I've known and laid my little eyes on Vince McMahon, he has been a terrible person to me. Like, I just cannot believe it took until 2024 for him to get such a serious lawsuit that he is forced to step down. Like, I don't know, that took some motherfucking long. But he been a freaky ass nigga. Do y'all remember back in the early 2000s when Edge and Lita was still like a tag team couple and doing a big one? And Edge won the WWE title, and they put a fucking bed in the middle of the ring, and they acted like they were going to get in that bed and have smacks with each other in front of all of us. What the fuck was that about? Like, I don't know. They did a lot of freaky shit. Like, I don't know. I feel like it was expected of us, like in the early '90s, late '90s, early 2000s. Like, we expected them to sexualize the divas how they did, like how they had the mud slide and the pudding fights and shit like that. But like, I don't know, that shit used to make me mad, even as like a child slash preteen slash teenager. Like, we had a good roster of bitches. Like, they could fight Lita, Mickey James, Trish Stratus, Michelle McCool. That's all I can name off the dome right now. But like, we had a bunch of decent bitches, and like, I feel like they didn't get to shine like they were supposed to. Because imagine in 2003 if we had a women's tag team championship, bro. That shit would have been lit with all the different storylines they had going on. That shit would have just added to the drama aspect of WWE, and I would have ate it the fuck up. I cannot lie to you. I'm very pissed off that our goats did not get to experience being tag team champions and shit like that. And I think that's why I can't get into WWE, because I don't give a fuck to know these new bitches, because y'all cheated them. And while we're on the subject of people getting cheated, do y'all remember the girl Ashley? She's a former WWE. Her name is Ashley Massaro. in 2019, Ashley Massaro unalived herself, but not before she called out Vince McMahon for covering up a grape that happened to her at the tribute to the troops shit in 2006. So I have been hating. I hated Vince McMahon before that, but like when that came out, that made me hate him even more because what the fuck? What the fuck? Like, and on top of him covering up her grape, she was fucked up in the head. Like she had suffered from multiple concussions from like wrestling and shit, and they didn't tell her how it would fuck her head up, and she suffered from short term memory loss before she, unalived herself and shit. And yeah, fuck you, Vince. But that's just the beginning of my rant because we finna get to the racist side of things now. Because as I was talking about him being racist, I ended up having to call my brother and ask him to recall a couple of these events with me because I talk about this shit with my brother often because he still kind of dibble dabble in WWE, so he keeps me updated on what's going on. So when he had to step down, like, he let me know what was happening about the lawsuit and shit. So Vince McMahon is a motherfucking racist, and this is why. Do y'all remember Crime Time? Long live Shad, R.I.P. I swear to God, we not disrespecting you, all right? But everything about that shit was racist. The name, why is it two big buff ass black men with braids? What's JTG? That's his name? Yeah, because it was Shad and JTG. Why the fuck did JTG pants have damn bullet holes in them? The skits they used to do was so fucking racist. Like they were going to like country clubs and robbing people and shit. Their moves was low key racist here. Everything about that shit was racist, and I feel bad for anybody that had to shuck and jive to get this motherfucking money from his ass because that's probably the only thing that they would allow a motherfucker to do so they can get their screen time. Like, and I hate that for them. Like, god damn. Do y'all remember when another racist thing? Do y'all remember when Alberto Del Rio? First of all, because before I even tell y'all what happened, let's see where this motherfucker's from because Alberto Del Rio is his name. Let's see, Alberto Del Rio. Where is he from? St. Louis Potosi. I'm sure I pronounced that wrong. Mexico. That is where he's from. Do y'all remember when this motherfucker was shucking and jiving in front of the WWE arena every Friday night after asking Mexicans, where are your papers? Where are your papers? And it was at like the peak, I want to say like 2010, 2011. It was like the peak of the illegal immigrant shit. Like when motherfuckers really started showing their racism with the immigrants that were jumping the border to come over here for a better life, and they were calling them illegal aliens and shit. That's when they did this skit. And this motherfucker is from Mexico. I can't even pronounce the part of Mexico he from. And you going around talking about some damn, where are your papers? Y'all should have whooped his motherfucking ass. Somebody else who need their ass whooped. Chavo Guerrero. I never liked Chavo Guerrero because after Eddie died, they made him do that beef shit with Rey Mysterio, and I think that was just disrespectful as fuck. I don't think Eddie Guerrero would have wanted his nephew and his homie beefing like that for TV. Like, I don't know. It was just really classless to me. I didn't fucking like that. And then after he did all of that shit to Rey Mysterio and he established himself as a villain in my eyes, do y'all remember when he did that Kerwin White shit? If it isn't white, it isn't right. Chavo fucking Guerrero. Like, y'all, I don't even know who needs their ass whooped. What Krishan say? I don't know who to slap. I don't know who to slap because, I don't know. Violence is the answer, though. Because, Vince, you need your ass whooped. Chavo, you need your ass whooped. Mr. Del Rio, you need your ass whooped. Shad, we're going to leave you out of it because you with the Angels now. JCG, you need your ass whooped for the both of y'all. Like, I don't want to judge too hard because the early 2000s was a different time. It was a different time to live. different things were socially acceptable. So like I'm judging, but I'm trying not to judge too hard because it shit was way different than how it is now. But in the same breath, I don't feel like any amount of money should make you a motherfucking coon or a sellout. Like, I'm sorry. Like, sometimes you gotta say fuck that. Sometimes you gotta take the high road. And I know it's easier said than done because I know a lot of motherfuckers probably was fucked up before WWE, and being in the spotlight like that, doing lit snippets and doing the shit that they was doing for the camera probably got them the extra money that they needed. So that's why I said I'm not trying to judge too hard, but in the same breath, I'm so disappointed. Like, looking back on this shit as an adult, it's disappointing as fuck. As a child, the shit was hilarious. It was a key as a kid because I wasn't fully understanding the racism. It was just a jokey joke. Those were completely inappropriate jokey jokes. And then when you think about it, it makes sense on why he tried to flip everything PG and low-key ruin wrestling for like the next 6-7 years. Because everything he was doing before that was super fucked up, freaky, and racist. So my last little rant about this man was gonna be about Mark Henry, because I remember when Mark Henry first came to WWE, I think he had a super racist ass name, but I can't find it. And when you go to WWE wiki, somebody edited that shit, and I love Mark Henry and I respect him, and I'm not gonna post it, but Google it, y'all. They're disrespectful as fuck, and whoever edited this, fuck you. Okay, so next topic, Skai Jackson. This one was pretty fucking messy because I woke up and they said Skai Jackson was pregnant, engaged, and arrested. So I went back to sleep because I was like, what the fuck? And then when I got up and I started looking into it, it seems like all three of these things were true. I have not seen any pictures confirming that she is pregnant, nor have I seen any engagement rings. I really don't too much care for Skai Jackson, because ain't she a little girl that was on the internet a couple of years ago doxing people on Twitter and shit? Yeah, no, I don't support that. Moving on. I'm gonna read the TMZ article. Hold on. The TMZ is so fucking messy. Skai Jackson has joined the ranks of former child stars who have had run-ins with the law. The Disney Channel alum was recently arrested. Law enforcement sources tell TMZ that the actress, best known for starring in Disney shows Jessie and Bumped, was arrested last week for domestic violence. We're told deputies were called to the Universal City Walk after security spotted Jackson and her boyfriend getting into it, and the actress allegedly pushed him, and more than once. Sources tell us that security clocked the altercation and then detained the couple until law enforcement arrived. Other sources say Skai Jackson and her boyfriend both denied anything got physical. To the contrary, she said they were happily engaged and expecting a baby together. Deputies say they reviewed the footage and saw that she pushed him, and Jackson was arrested for misdemeanor domestic battery, cited and released a few hours later. So she basically pushed him and got arrested. I don't know, but I didn't even know she had a damn boyfriend. I don't know if she's pregnant for real. TMZ do be having a tea, because remember when they told us that one of them Berry girls was pregnant? Now the baby's here. So, you know. So after that happened, they said she got on TikTok. So let's go on TikTok and see what she's doing. On Friday, August 16th, she was arrested on the 13th or something, I think. I don't know. I think the article that said 13th. On Friday, August 16th, the former Disney star, I would fucking hate to work for Disney. Bitch, that ain't the only thing she did in her life. God damn. Anyway, On Friday, August 16th, the former Disney star shared a video on TikTok of herself standing outside a shopping center with a large Givenchy shopping bag in hand. Never depend on a man for anything, she said. And the girl, hold on, let's go on her TikTok. Because why she's so messy, I don't expect nothing less from somebody that was doxing motherfuckers. Okay, hold on. What's the next one? What's the next one? Hold up. Uh, this is so cringe. She she is so fucking dramatic. So that's the TikTok she posted. Um, I guess they broke up. The comments are limited. Shocker. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't have too much more to say about Skai Jackson because, like I said, I'm not too fond of her doxing people and leaking people's internet information over the internet. That's not cool. And let's move on to Reddit. Okay, y'all. Reddit was kind of crazy this week. And this first one is pretty long, so bear with me. Am I the asshole for blocking and silently moving on from my cheating fiance? I, 31 female, dated my ex fiance, Jose, 33 male, for 5 years, and we had been engaged for about 6 real months. We had a really good relationship. I thought he and I were going to end up being together for the rest of our lives and build a family. To make a long story short, I found out he had been cheating on me with a coworker for about 9 months. Yes, before the engagement. At first, I was beyond mad, and my first impulse was to find ways to literally ruin his and her life. But honestly, after about 16 hours of thinking and crying about it, he was on a work trip. I figured anything I did would be a waste of time, and since my goal was to start a family, I felt like I didn't have any more time to waste on someone who's obviously not going to be in my life in the long term or short term. So I just let go. I packed all my things, asked my dad to help me move them back into the family home so I can get situated, and literally just started moving forward with my life. I just let him have anything that was ours. Something about those things seemed foreign to me now, and I didn't really want to associate with it. I left the ring at the house. By about halfway through the second day, while I was moving my stuff, he started to really push the envelope on getting me on the phone. But I just continued to dodge. I had to undo some things. There were no joint bank accounts, but some other accounts slash things that we shared that I had to untangle, but our lives were pretty separate. By the third day, still without saying anything to him, I blocked him and asked my parents not to discuss anything with him. They, of course, knew what had happened. I told them that they were more than welcome to maintain a relationship with him if they chose to, because my dad loved him, but I asked them not to discuss or talk about me at all. After his week long business trip, he showed up at the house, but I told my dad I had nothing to say to him and to please get him to go away. Now it's been about 2 weeks and he still hasn't been back. So I haven't talked to him. Still blocked. I feel like I've really made an effort to move on with my life, touring nearby apartments, and hope to have my own lease signed by the end of the month. I just really didn't feel like there was anything to talk about. I didn't feel like I owed someone who would do something like that to me anything, even a conversation. This morning, while discussing my plans, etc., my parents basically sat me down and asked me to talk over everything with him. They figured I would regret it in the future and that mistakes happen, and that without his quote unquote confessions, I can't be 100% sure that he cheated. I told them that I really didn't want to waste any more time on the situation and that while I was being selfish, I didn't think hearing his side would help me heal in any way. My mom and I got into a pretty heated argument. Eventually, she told me she raised a more compassionate and caring daughter than that. Why do I owe a cheater anything? Am I the asshole? Uh, okay, hold on. Edit. Saw some people asking. Sorry, forgot to mention how I found out. I'm 100% sure he is slash was cheating. I was working on the downstairs computer when an email came through in Outlook. From what I knew, we got Gmail accounts. I clicked the tab and saw a ton of recent emails order of a bunch of products, Lubrisil, oh, KY jelly. I knew we weren't using anything like that, so instantly I got suspicious. I started to look around the email a bit and I didn't really find much. However, I wasn't reading anything sent from his company's work address. But eventually I clicked into several emails and yeah, the emails were pretty sexual and had times of them meeting up, going out, being intimate, etc. for the last 9 months. The first comment says, not the asshole, and I'm a suspicious bitch, so I'm fairly certain at least one of your parents is in contact with him and he's spinning them some sort of BS story. Put your parents on an information diet. Tell them clearly that they are not to disclose your new location. Y'all, that was a long ass Reddit, first of all. Second of all, your mama ain't shit. Your parents probably ain't shit as a unit, but right now we're gonna focus on the mom because that's who you said you argue with. So I'm not gonna the dad not gonna catch too many strays, just a couple, not too many. Your mama either a dumb bitch or a dumb bitch. Like, I'm sorry, because why the fuck is she telling you to accept this man cheating on you? Everybody accept different things in their relationship, and you can't tell nobody what they can and can't accept. Me personally, I cannot accept a motherfucker cheating on me. I cannot accept feeling like I'm in competition with another bitch for love, attention, affection, none of that. I don't have the mental capacity to do no shit like that. So for your mama to even ask you to accept some shit like that is disrespectful as hell. And the reason I think she's a dumb bitch, not only is because she expects you to accept that, I think your daddy must have been cheating on her or something. Like, is she a certified side bitch? Why is this so okay for her? Like, what do you mean sit down and hear him out? Talk about fucking what? You spent half a decade of your life with this man. Soon as y'all got engaged, he fucked it up. What is there to talk about? How you should have whooped his motherfucking ass before you left? How you should have trashed that damn house and took all his shit and pawned it for wasting your damn time? Cause baby, time is money. You need to get something back. I did cut like hats off to you, ma'am. You very demure, goddamn it, very graceful, very mindful. Like, I don't think I will ever be this damn mature. Like, she said, "Oh, you want to cheat? Bet," and got the fuck on. I love that. She left that nigga exactly where he had her fucked up at. All right, the next one is not as long. Found out my wife has hid another baby father from me for 6 years. I don't think I read this one. This nigga's a dumbass, it sounds like. Okay. Me and my wife have a failing marriage already. We have twins together, one boy, one girl, with 3 stepkids. She told me that she got her kids from 2 different relationships a year into our marriage. She revealed to me that she had another child, and she claimed it was from her first baby father. Turns out that was only half the truth. My stepdaughter caved in and told me at 6 that it was from an additional guy and not the original, making it a total of 3. Oh my God. 6 years she lied to me about this. My head is spinning right now. I want to confront her, but she will ask how I found out. And if my stepdaughter gets outed, she will be destroyed by this lady. I'm trying to gather my thoughts right now. Edit. Oh God, now I found out that she was a stripper for one of her family members. Told me about her past habits and tendencies and things that she has been hiding from me. Sorry if my post is unclear or confusing. My mind is swimming right now. LOL, I'll be okay. I just need to process everything. Leave! Oh my God, leave everybody. What the fuck? What the fuck is this? Okay, so, oh God, that shit just made my head hurt. I don't even know what to say. Like, is this motherfucker a dummy? How you ain't know all this? Did them kids look so much alike that she was able to get that down on you like all them years, like 2 baby daddies, 3 kids? And then, oh my God, I don't even know what to say. The 6-year-old told. Why does the 6-year-old know that she got a different daddy? Like, what's going on with these children? Oh my God, leave. Like, I don't know what to say. Like, that sounds fucked up. But, like, what is he gonna fucking do? Leave. You came in a relationship alone. Leave alone. She got 5 kids, 3 baby daddies. She can figure it out. I don't fucking know. That's too much. Oh my God. We gonna pray for you, bruh. Cause God damn. Okay, this is the last one, and this one pretty long too. It's not as long as the first one though. Am I the asshole for hooking up with a married woman and causing her divorce? You probably are. Let's read. I, 21 male, have been hooking up with a woman, 32 female, for about 6 months. She a predator. It started as something casual. We met through a mutual friend at a party, hit it off, and things escalated from there. I knew she was married, but she told me she was in an unhappy marriage and was planning to leave her husband. She made it sound like the divorce was already a done deal, so I didn't feel too guilty about it. That's what cheaters are supposed to do. They're supposed to make it seem like, yeah, fuck that person. I'm not really fucking with them. It's just like the post on Facebook that be like, you can't fuck with people baby daddies because they be like, I'm not with my baby mom, but we still live together. Like, be for real. Anyway, we continue seeing each other, mostly late night or during the time she said her husband was out of town. I'll admit, it was exciting at first. I was young, she was older, it felt like something out of a movie. But things started getting serious when she began texting me constantly, wanting to spend more time together. She would vent about how terrible her husband was and how she couldn't wait to be free from him. Baby, you should have set boundaries. Like, I'm just here to lay down some pipe. Don't be telling me all your business. A few weeks ago, her husband found out about us. He was devastated and immediately filed for divorce. She called me in tears, blaming me for everything. She said that if it weren't for me, her husband wouldn't have left her, and that now she has nowhere to go and nothing to her name. She even suggested that I should take responsibility and help her out since I, quote unquote, ruined her life. She has 2 kids, a 10-year-old son and a 7-year-old daughter. She claims that her husband is going to fight for full custody and that it's all my fault that her kids might end up living with him instead of her. She said that because of me, her life is falling apart and her children might grow up without her mother around. I feel bad about the situation, but I also think it's unfair for her to put all the blame on me. I never forced her to cheat. I wasn't the one who filed for divorce, and I'm also not in any position to support her financially or emotionally. I'm still trying to figure out my own life. So am I the asshole for hooking up with a married woman and causing her divorce, knowing she has kids? The first comment says, yikes. I say it's about 2 weeks before you'll get the I'm pregnant and it's yours message. No, because what the fuck? What the fuck? Ugh. Reddit did get crazy this week. I said Reddit was crazy this week. So you're not the asshole for hooking up with a married woman and causing her a divorce, but you are an asshole for not establishing proper boundaries in your lit fling or whatever the fuck you had going on. Cause it seemed like a girl was Delulu from the beginning, and you kind of Delulu too, because she's 32 and you 21. What the fuck do you think she want from you other than that dangling? I'm 28 years old. I don't even want to look nobody motherfucking way that's 21. Get away from me. I actually might mace you. I'm sorry. No shade. I don't know how old y'all is listening. But, like, the closer you get to 30, the more you'll understand why I said what the fuck I just said. Because when I was 21, I used to get so offended when motherfuckers be like, oh, that's a baby. You're a baby. You just don't understand. Because, bitch, I'm 21. I'm freshly 21. I'm not a baby no more. Ho, I waited 21 years for this. But, baby, y'all better listen. You're a dumbass for not establishing boundaries in this fling. Because as soon as she started texting you, talking about she wanted to hang out more. You should have either stopped having sex with her or established that you were only there to have sex. Because her ass got some missing screws. What the fuck she mean? It's your fault that her life is falling apart. Was the sex not consensual? It ain't like you raped her and the husband was like, you're terrible because you were assaulted and I don't want to be with you anymore and I'm taking the kids. Like, no, this was a consensual act on both y'all parts. Y'all chose to have an affair. You chose to have sex. Y'all chose to keep going. She chose to be either a shitty cheater or like leave evidence around to get caught. Whatever happened, how she got caught, and like now she got to deal with the consequences. Like, She was married. She knew that nigga was gonna try to take the motherfucking kids. She knew he was gonna divorce her immediately. Like that was her husband. She knew how he would react to some shit like this, and she still chose to sleep around. So like, fuck that lady. You need to block her. You probably need to quit your job because you said you met the bitch at work, but through a mutual friend at a party. You need to block her. You probably finna have to move because now she finna go around. She seemed like the crazy type that's gonna go around telling everybody that you want her motherfucking life. You need to go make that bitch get a DNA test because I agree with the first comment. It's given she finna text you and be like, I'm pregnant and use the peppy. Good luck, little nigga. I hope the coochie was worth it because you in for a ride. Cause that lady's crazy. And that will be concluding episode 6 of the Sagitterrorist Speaks. Thank you for joining me for Messy Monday, and I'll see y'all Thursday.